come in? Good morning, sir. Good morning, sir.
Please have a seat.
Please have a seat, sir.
Thank you, sir.
How are you doing?
Sir, I'm good.
So Ravi, are you okay now? Shall we start?
Yes, sir.
So will you please introduce yourself, Ravi?
Yes, sir. My name is Ravi Shankar Sawadia. I belong to and born and brought up in Raipur, Chhattisgarh. And I also completed my schooling from the same place in 2019. Afterwards, I began with my CA journey and was fortunate enough to secure an All India rank 14 at foundation level, 9 at intermediate and 20 at final level. I have also done BCom. My hobbies and interests include playing badminton and playing chess.
So you are from basically Raipur.
Yes, sir.
So Raipur के बारे में कुछ बताइए.
Sir, Raipur is at the center and is a capital of Chhattisgarh. Chhattisgarh was carved out from MP in November 2000, and therefore thereafter Raipur was made a capital city, and it is a tier 2 city and growing rapidly, and has some tourist areas also.
So your hobby is playing badminton.
Yes, sir.
So the any recent badminton championship held, and where it is held?
So last year, the biggest, it was held in 2024 Olympics, where all might have known that Lakshya Sen has gone to semi-final, but unfortunately lost.
Okay. So why do you want to join ICOAS?
Sir, there are a few reasons. Firstly, I have my core interests, and also I am a professional. So I am well versed with the topics of costing, India's taxes and other areas. And also there is an element of job diversity and job status and satisfaction in this, because we get exposure in multiple areas of cost and revenue determination, price determination, project evaluation, etc.
What do you mean by satisfaction?
Satisfaction means there is always a personal feeling that we are doing this job for a better cause. We are directly or indirectly involved in a public service, and we are serving the India, our mother country, and also the people.
As a public servant, what are the qualities required?
So some qualities like decision making, leadership, communication skills. Also, because this is a professional job, so sound technical knowledge in the areas of costing, financial management, and accounting. And if you are posted in GST related field, then obviously tax knowledge also.
Okay. So being CA, do you think CA really superior to the cost accountants?
So both institute were set with for a different purpose, where the chartered accountancy has an edge in taxation and audit related matters. The same edge cost accountant has over the cost audit and costing related matters. So both are specialized in their own fields.
Okay. So any challenging situation you faced and how you handle it?
So one challenging recent situation was my final examination, where in the last two examination I fell really sick, but then also I gave that attempt and was fortunate enough to secure All India rank.
Okay.
It was my lowest moment in the recent times.
Okay. Thank you. So from my side.
Okay, Ravi. So, as this is a costing-based service,
Yes.
can you tell me 3 techniques of cost control and 3 techniques of cost reduction?
So cost control techniques include standard costing, that also includes variance analysis and budgeting, and similar techniques. Whereas cost reduction techniques include the recent ones like JIT, Kaizen costing, and total quality management, Six Sigma, etc. And cost control also includes the ABC costing also.
Okay. So you talked about ABC costing,
Yes, sir.
activity-based costing.
Yes, sir.
Why ABC costing is becoming more popular these days?
So ABC costing is becoming popular because overheads are now becoming a significant part of the business. Earlier, where the direct cost and direct expense were the more significant part, now overheads are becoming large. So we need an better technique to analyze this and to control the overheads.
Okay, fine. So chartered accountants, recently we have found many chartered accountants, they are involving in unethical practices. Can you tell me any three reasons why more and more chartered accountants are getting involved in frauds, or why we are not able to control them basically?
So at the personal level, there is a factor of greed and money. Uh, at the company level, we can say there is a collusion between them because competition are increasing and there is significant pressure on the management as well as the auditor. Thirdly, there is a pressure on the auditor that if they will show if they will follow the management, so they will get other assignments and the related works.
Right. Okay. And what are the deterrence mechanisms we have in India? Are these effective?
So we have a Chartered Accountancy Act under which disciplinary committees are there. We also have NFRA for the listed companies and big companies, and also we have peer review quality review boards. So these mechanisms are effective, but yeah, most of the times.
Okay. Can you tell me three steps taken by NFRA or three actions taken by NFRA against adding auditors?
So NFRA recently debarred one of the auditors, but I'm not exactly remember the name at this point of time.
Okay. What is the jurisdiction of NFRA? On which companies NFRA has a jurisdiction?
NFRA's jurisdiction is on listed companies, its subsidiaries, then big companies like whose turnover is I think more than around 1,000 crores and some net worth limit. Also, the companies recommended by government and some they overseas subsidiary also with some conditions.
Okay. Have you heard of SOX? SOX?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what is this?
So SOX that is Sarbanes-Oxley. It was implemented in US by SEC around 2000. It was basically for guidance of internal controls.
Okay. You would have heard about IFSC authority.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Recently, there was a news about the stockbrokers in domestic market. They are going to be allowed in the gift city. Have you heard of that?
Yes, sir. I have heard.
Okay. Can you give the details of this news?
So I'm not aware about this in detail. I've only seen this news as a headline.
Okay. Fine. Can you tell me two achievements of gift city so far?
So one is that we have been able to attract the foreign investments, and secondly, there is also one Australian university which has been allowed, which will create the path for many other top universities like Harvard to set up their branches in India.
Okay. Can you tell me two differences between Ind AS and IFRS? Some specific example from some Ind AS.
So Ind AS works on the market value, whereas which is relatively company oriented, whereas IFRS works on completely on the price determined by the market. We can take example where interest rate is to be considered. Then Ind AS tells us to take the government yield rates, whereas IFRS tell us to take the market rate because their bond market are developed. Secondly, Indies focuses more on the market price, whereas IFRS focus more on the market price, whereas Indies has restricted the option of market value and focuses on cost base, like in Indies 40 in investment property.
Okay. Ravi, suppose you have made the CMD of a sick PSU.
Yes.
What steps will you take to revive a sick PSU?
So can I take few seconds?
Sure.
So firstly, we have to see whether the losses can be recovered or not, whether company can be made viable. Secondly, we have to restructure the company by starting with the sick part. If necessary, we have to remove that division which are creating the losses or which are the reasons for undervaluation of the company. Then thirdly, we have to focus on our core areas.
Okay. So any organization has multiple objectives, and there is always talk about profit maximization, wealth maximization. Wealth maximization is becoming very popular these days.
Yes.
Still, wealth maximization itself is not enough.
Yes.
So can you tell me a few limitations of wealth maximization objective?
Yes, sir. Wealth maximization focuses on the benefit to all the stakeholders, but these stakeholders are somewhere related to the company, like the government, supplier, customer, and not competitors, but company, its employees. Whereas the limitation is that it doesn't consider the social and environmental angle. So environmentally positive externality needs to be promoted.
Okay, there is a term these days given for this objective, which where we include profit also and social aspect and environmental aspect also.
So there are many terms. Firstly, it is famous for ESG audits. Secondly, there is also triple bottom line.
Very good. Okay. Ravi, just giving a small feedback. Please try to control your hand movement. Like keep it on the lap.
Yes, sir.
Avoid moving these. So from now onwards, try to do this.
Yes.
Because this is your first offline interview. So
Yes.
probably you are not able to notice. So there is a lot of hand movement.
Yes.
Okay, fine. In the government, there are many projects which face the problem of cost overrun.
Yes, sir.
So what steps we can take to control the cost overrun?
So firstly, there is always a delay in the government side, which results into the last minute rushes, which result in increasing the cost and suboptimal decision. So there is a need for proper planning so that the cost and the implementation is equally distributed in the whole timeline of the project, so that the project is implemented in timely manner.
Anything else?
So I cannot recall.
Okay, fine. Are you aware about the difference between devaluation of currency and depreciation of currency exchange rate?
Yes, sir. So depreciation of currency happens in a floating exchange rate system, where because of the market value, the value of the currency in context of any other currency like rupee for dollar reduces its value, whereas devaluation is done by RBI or central bank or government in case of fixed system.
Okay, fine. Suppose you have to advise to the minister about choice of a government scheme, and you have two different government schemes, out of which you have to implement, like your ministry has to implement only one scheme. So as an advisor to the minister, what criteria you will follow to choose the scheme which should be implemented?
Yes, sir. So firstly, we have to see the effect of the schemes on the grassroots level, the reach of the scheme. Secondly, we have to see the amount of time these schemes are in implementation, because more the time, the more the more the public and also the officials are aware about this. So it is, and thirdly, also we have to see the results of these schemes in the past years, how these schemes have improved and achieved the outcomes.
Okay. What are the differences between social audit of a beneficiary of a scheme and the audit done by the CAG?
The social audit focuses more on the outcome based and output approach, whereas the audit done by the CAG focuses more on the amount of the outlay in the context of overall benefit to the government.
Okay. I didn't get your point about CAG.
So CAG does the audit at the broad level, whether the expenditure is correctly sanctioned, and also whether the ministry whether it sees the propriety, whether the expenditure is beneficial or not. Whereas social audit is whether that benefit is reaching at the grassroots level to the public.
Okay. Ravi, you don't have any experience, past working experience.
Yes, sir.
So how will you be able to perform in this service?
So I recently cleared the CA examination, but as you are aware, in CA examination we have to do 3 years of articleship. So maybe it has given me a good experience. And secondly, this service is different from the private sectors. So the other people's, if they will come, they have to unlearn many things. And so in that way, I might be an asset because I have studied the overall background in the costing, financial management recently, so I can apply it in a better sense.
Okay. Have you heard of Peter's principle?
No, sir.
Have you heard of Parkinson's law?
No, sir.
Okay. Pareto analysis?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Can you explain Pareto analysis?
Yes, sir. So Pareto analysis tells us about the 80-20 rule, which says that 80% of the things have, like for example, if we take the items of stock, the 80% of the stock are equivalent to 20% of the value, whereas the 20% of the stock, which are the main things and which create 80% of the business and value to the and give 80% value to the business.
Okay. Okay, Ravi, I'm giving you a situation. Suppose you are a practicing CA and one client comes to you with a bag of cash.
Yes.
And the amount is 5 crore rupees.
Yes.
Now the client wants your advice on the further processes.
Yes.
So as a chartered accountant, what advice will you give to the client?
So is it cash for investing or?
Okay, you have to ask from the client. You can give a list of questions which you will be asking to the client. You can tell what questions you will be asking to the client.
So firstly, I will ask about the source of the money. Secondly, the purpose, and if it is to invest, then the more things related to it. If it is for any other reason, then I have to withdraw him as a client. Like if it is related to any fraud or something else, then as per our professional ethics, we can't report, but we can withdraw from the case.
You will not report.
So this is an ethical issue. So as per our CA regulation, we cannot disclose about the same to anyone.
You
can only withdraw from the audits.
Are you sure that you cannot disclose an illegal money? Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So you will just withdraw, you will not report, you will not.
No, sir, it will go against our professional ethics.
Okay. Okay, fine. Suppose you are working in the office
Yes, sir.
and you have sent some file to your senior, and your senior is not agreeing with you. Your senior rejects your advice and asks to do the file in a certain way and sends back the file to you.
Yes, sir.
Now, how will you proceed after this?
So firstly, I would see if I can do it myself. Else, I will take the assistance of my other colleagues. And if not possible, I will try to improve the relations with my senior and ask him for help.
Okay, basically here the question is the difference of opinion between you and your senior.
Yes.
So how will you tackle the difference of opinion between two?
So I will see the considerations he has and the points he has, and I think it is possible that we can arrive at a consensus and take a decision as per it, as per the situations.
But in any case, he is not agreeing with you. Then how will you go?
So depending on the organization, I think they definitely will have some way forward, and means a consensus building mechanism or something like that for in order to in order to do a work.
Okay, okay. Okay, suppose you are posted as an advisor in the defense ministry.
Yes, sir.
What capital budgeting technique will you use for evaluation of any defense project?
So firstly, we have to compare the different equipments. If it is related to equipment, we will compare the cost and the relative benefits offered by them, and also the technology. We'll compare that everything. Basically, it will be a cost benefit analysis.
Which technique will you use? There are many techniques of capital budgeting.
So techniques like ROI and etc. cannot be applied in the same way, because there is not something for sale, or the return is in the form of the defense, which cannot be measured in the monetary terms.
Okay. Okay, fine, Ravi.
What is Viksit Bharat?
Viksit Bharat is a government goal or aim to get a developed country status by 2047.
Why only 2047?
So that I'm not aware of.
It is 100 years of independence.
So,
100 years of independence, we want to become a developed country.
yes.
All right. What are the components of that? In which sectors government wants to improve?
So we want to improve in all the three sectors. We want to make agriculture self-reliant by doubling the farmers' income. We also want to grow a manufacturing sector so that it can create jobs, and we have to maintain the service sector and also promote it for the exports.
Can you highlight what is the role of Indian cost account surveys in making India Viksit Bharat?
Yes. So cost account service is involved in many procurement related activities of the government, and it has resulted in savings of around, I think, 4,500 crores in the recent 5 years, and it is also involved in price setting of many essential commodities. so that it is available for the benefit of the public. And also we are involved in various capital budgeting decisions and project evaluation where we can save the costs.
What is inclusive development or inclusive growth?
Inclusive growth takes into account the factor that not only the income should increase, but also there should be equity, that the benefit should spread to all. Also there should be good healthcare, education, and the human development indicators.
All right. Suppose if China is dumping its goods inside India, as a officer inside this Indian Cost Account Service, what kind of suggestions you will give to the ministry so that we can take anti-dumping measures? How you will evaluate, first of all, whether dumping is going on or not?
So dumping can be identified from comparing the prices at which it is being imported. Like in last year, if it was imported at 1000 and currently at 500, then it might be an indication of dumping, but we have to consider other factors like the global prices and the domestic prices also. And secondly, how we'll proceed, then I think firstly the company from which we are importing, I think we should try to maintain a relation with them. If it is not happening, then we should go forward with the anti-dumping duty.
What is the objective of imposing anti-dumping?
So the objective is to protect the domestic producers who are being affected by the very low margin products offered through imports. Like if we are importing for 500, but the domestic price is 1000, so no one will purchase from domestic producers, and it will relatively in future it will lead to the monopoly of the Chinese products, and domestic producers will go out of the market.
All right, Ravi, thank you.
ठीक है, ऑल द बेस्ट, है ना? बाकी कुछ भी आपको सपोर्ट चाहिए अब से लेके इंटरव्यू के बीच में, तो फील फ्री टू कनेक्ट.
Thank you.
ठीक है,
Thanks.
ऑल द बेस्ट.